You've reached the final stage of your MVP journey, the Capstone project. This is where everything you've learned comes together, from identifying a problem worth solving to designing, validating, and iterating on your minimum viable product. In this capstone, your goal is to launch and present your MVP in a way that demonstrates real traction, clear learning, and a path forward. Think of this as your startup's moment to shine. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. The Capstone project tests your ability to execute, analyze, and communicate the value of what you've built. Let's start with the launch phase. Launching your MVP doesn't mean a massive marketing push. It's about sharing your product with the right audience and collecting meaningful feedback. Identify your target users, the early adopters who will understand your vision and be willing to test your solution. These users don't just provide data, they become collaborators in shaping your product. Start small and focused. Create a simple launch plan that includes 3 key actions: how you'll announce your MVP, how users will access it, and how you'll gather feedback. You might post on a platform like Product Hunt, share with a niche online community, or reach out to your waitlist. Make sure your messaging clearly communicates the problem you're solving and the benefit users will get from trying your MVP. As you launch, track a few essential metrics. Look for signs of engagement, sign-ups, first actions, and return visits. Even small numbers matter if they show meaningful user behavior. Document everything. What channels worked, what messages resonated, and what friction points emerged. This data becomes the foundation of your Capstone presentation. Now let's move to the presentation phase, your chance to tell the story of your MVP journey. The most compelling presentations follow a simple narrative: problem, solution, validation, and growth. Start with your problem statement. Explain the challenge you set out to solve. Be specific. Show empathy and understanding of your users' pain points. Then introduce your solution, your MVP, and walk the audience through how it addresses that problem. Keep it simple, clear, and visual. If possible, include a live demo or short product video to bring your MVP to life. Next, share your validation process. Investors, mentors, or evaluators want to see evidence that you've learned from the market. Highlight how you tested assumptions, collected user feedback, and made iterations. Use data to support your story. Show user growth, engagement, or retention trends. Even if your metrics are modest, focus on what you learned and how you adapted. Don't shy away from challenges or pivots. In fact, they make your story stronger. Demonstrate how feedback shaped your decisions. For example, we realized users were more interested in feature X than Y, so we refocused our product around that insight. This shows that you're adaptable and data-driven, a key quality investors and mentors look for. Your presentation should also include your go-to-market strategy, how you plan to continue growing. Describe your next steps: refining features, expanding your audience, or exploring monetization. A clear vision for what comes after the MVP shows strategic thinking. If applicable, include your business model and early traction. Even small revenue experiments or partnership discussions can show viability. The goal isn't to prove scale, it's to demonstrate potential. Remember to include key learnings from your MVP journey. Reflect on what surprised you, what worked better than expected, and what didn't. This part shows self-awareness and maturity as a founder. Every strong entrepreneur learns more from feedback than from success. When you present, focus on storytelling as much as data. Numbers capture attention, but stories create connection. Share user quotes, anecdotes, or testimonials that bring your MVP to life. Investors and evaluators remember stories. They make your work feel real and human. Visually, keep your presentation clean and simple. Use slides with minimal text and strong visuals. Show screenshots, mock-ups, or even sketches from your MVP development process. This helps the audience see your evolution from concept to execution. Finally, end your presentation with a call to action. What do you need next to take your MVP forward? It might be funding, mentorship, beta testers, or partnerships. Be specific. This turns your presentation into an opportunity for collaboration and support. For your Capstone deliverable, include 3 core components: Want a brief report or slide deck summarizing your MVP journey? 2 evidence of launch, screenshots, metrics, testimonials, or campaign details. 3, a reflection on key learnings and next steps. The purpose of this project isn't just to showcase your MVP, it's to show your ability to execute a full innovation cycle, from idea to launch to insight. Whether your MVP becomes a full-fledged product or not, this experience builds the foundation for every future venture you'll take on. In summary, the Capstone project represents the culmination of your MVP journey. Launch confidently, present your story clearly, and demonstrate what you've learned. Because success isn't measured only by what you built, it's measured by how you grew, what you discovered, and how you'll use those lessons to build what comes next.